see me. I can see.
Oh, wait, I can see you now.
Hi,
Okay,
Sarah.
awesome. Finally. Took us a minute.
Okay, it's okay. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good, good. Okay, cool. So I love your background. I love that wall. That is
Thank you.
beautiful.
Chalkboard wall.
I love that. Dope. Well, I'm Tesha, and everyone,
Nice
this
to
is
meet
Sarah.
you.
So I wanted to know, what city are you representing Stand Tall?
Corpus Christi, Texas. So we're way down south.
Cool, cool, cool. So what does Stand Tall campaign, what does that mean to you?
To me, it's an empowerment movement. When I first decided to go flat, I had a hard time finding other flatties, like visibly. And I think that made it a little harder for me. And then once I started finding like other flatties, it helped me kind of to embrace myself again. I struggled with that a little bit after my second bilateral mastectomy, and seeing all these other flatties just embracing it was empowering to me. And I was like, I've got to be a part of that.
Right. I know how you feel, girl. I
Yep.
totally understand that. And then, so why did you want to be a Stand Tall ambassador?
Because I want to be a part of the change. And I think that there's a big need for it here where I'm from locally. Like I said, the only other flatties, that I had really seen when I was searching was, through Instagram and Facebook. And I want to be that visible person here, for the next person that's debating it. And, what does it really look like? What does that surgery really feel like? I want
Yeah.
to be that real person to help them kind of hold their hand and walk them through it and let them know, like, hey, you are not alone.
Cool. When did you go flat? What year was that?
2019. So I
Same year.
actually,
Because I
really?
said, that, yeah, sort of, yep, 20. Well, at the beginning of 2020, but yeah, the January 2020. So we're around the same time, our journey.
Okay,
Okay.
yes. Um, so I had actually had a bilateral mastectomy in 2015. I
Okay.
was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at the age of 33. And due to my age and not a big family history, we did the genetic test and we found out I had the BRCA2 gene mutation. Um, so after we did my bilateral mastectomy and I chose reconstruction the first time, I did implant reconstruction. So I had like the expanders and I would go to San Antonio every few weeks to have them filled. When we had my preventative hysterectomy, we found that my breast cancer had metastasized to my right ovary. Um, so it came back again, even though I had had my full bilateral mastectomy, with the reconstruction, came back in the exact same place in 2019. And so when I went to a bigger hospital and they were doing my sonogram, she was having such a hard time with my breast implants, trying to maneuver them and move around them to, be able to find my tumors. And it was at that moment I was like, you know what, if this is going to keep coming back, like, why am I going to put myself through this? I want to be able to see the cancer as soon as it starts coming out,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. And so I was like, at that moment, I knew I was going to go flat.
And you said San Antonio, like, you have to travel far every day?
So it was every few weeks, but yes. So I did have to travel. It's about 2.5 hours to San Antonio from where I'm at, and so that's where I had my first mastectomy was there, and then my second one I had in Houston. So I'm still traveling. That's why now a part of the reason why I'm trying to advocate as well. I want those resources available here.
Yes, because that's kind of, that's a lot, that's far, especially if you're in
Hmm.
pain or you just had surgery, you got to come back home and all
Yeah.
that, but that's far.
And then with small kids, it's
Yeah.
not easy. Yeah.
Were you supported in your decision to go flat?
So I was supported by my family and friends. Like they're like, who cares about the breast? We need you here. I
Mm-hmm.
was definitely not supported by my surgeon.
Wow.
Um, so, they present these options to you and it's like deep flap or implant
Mm-hmm.
reconstruction, but they never talk about aesthetic flat closure.
No.
And, even when I brought it up and I didn't know what it was called, I just said, hey, like, I don't want reconstruction. I don't want any reconstruction. And I would say my surgeon was like pretty close to my face, you know, telling me like, well, you're going to get body dysmorphia and, you know, all of this. And
Wow.
yeah. But I was like, no, I knew it was the right decision for me. I knew it wasn't going to be easy.
Hmm.
But it was the right decision for me. And so now that I found my other flatties, you know, I'm proud and, you know, I've embraced it and I just want to help someone else be able to do the same.
Girl, that's your story is beautiful.
Thank
I'm
you.
like, I'm even getting inspired right now. I'm like about to cry. I'm so
Oh,
emotional right now.
oh.
So, so how did you adjust? How have you adjusted to being flat?
It was a long adjustment. I would say there was a year maybe where I only looked in the mirror when I had to. I really didn't put on
Yeah.
makeup, you know. It was a big adjustment. And part of me was like, man, you know, was my surgeon right? Am I going to be able to get through this?
Yeah.
But I was determined and, you know, just finding the other people, it empowered me in a way that I didn't think could be possible. I didn't think that I would feel pretty again. I didn't think that I would feel sexy again. I didn't think that I'd be able to walk into a public place without feeling like everyone was staring at me like,
I like
is
that.
she a boy?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and it's like
And no one
so
even noticed. It's like we're the ones that know. Don't nobody
exactly.
even know, and we're over here freaking out. Like, can they see that we don't have breasts? Like, they don't care. But
Exactly.
it's so weird. Yeah.
It's all us.
Right. In our head, we're putting things in there that's not even facts, but we'll get through it. And that, like, we're chosen. You know, I really feel that we're special. All of us is that we're chosen to help others. You
Mhm.
know, only certain people are given this journey because it's tough, you
It
know,
is.
and it's the tough ones that are able to go through this and actually tell their stories and help others. And that's what
I
our
agree.
duty and our task is. So I feel like,
Agree.
you know, we're blessed. We'll get through it. We'll conquer whatever challenges come our way, you know.
Yes, definitely.
So who's on your team? Who will be walking with you?
So it's mostly family and friends, and then I do have two flatties that are going to be joining me. So I'm super excited about that. Makes me feel a little more comfortable, like
Yes.
you know, a little more supported, which means a lot. So I'm very happy that they're going to come and join me.
Cool. Okay, so what is the message you would tell someone that is like facing a mastectomy? Like, what would you give? What would be the words of encouragement, or what would you tell them?
I would say to make whatever decision you feel is the best choice for you, regardless of what you know your doctors are telling you or friends or family. Um, you know what's best for you and you know what you're going to have to endure and not endure. And I would say, you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, a big rainbow on the other side. And
Yeah.
now there's such a big community of flatties, and the flatty community is like the most accepting and uplifting supportive community to even be a part of. So
Yep.
I would say there's nothing to be afraid of.
And what is the message that you want to send to people that will see you at the walk?
I am more than boobs. It's not save the boobs. It is save the woman.
Oh, period.
Yes.
Period. I love that. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna,
Go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
I love that. We need to get shirts made with that on there.
Right?
Is there
Yes.
anything else you would like to share with us today?
I think that's it.
I hope I get to meet you. I love your energy and thank you
Oh,
for spreading the word and helping others.
awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.